Yo, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to another week of One Piece Talks. You got your boy Pure.
Boy, Suave here.
Yes, sir. And this week, we about to get into chapter 1056.
Big things,
Yo,
man. Big things. Uh,
yo.
the whole Pluton Luffy saying he don't need that shit. That
Yeah,
shit.
he was like, I'm gonna leave it. I don't want it. He said, I don't need it. I'm king.
It made sense. It was a typical Luffy thing, but I was kind of like, man, like Oda, you hyped this shit up last chapter. God damn it, you hyped this shit up. You says underneath Wano, how dare you leave it in Luffy's hands? I thought we were being the civil adults, and we were going to find out what Pluton was without Luffy knowing, and then tell Luffy, oh, we found out what Pluton was. Like Robin took it right back. Like, hey, do you want Pluton? I mean, it makes sense. I'm cool with it. It's just I wonder what you're gonna do with Pluton now.
Yeah, exactly. And I like how Frankie was like, "Oh, I am interested in it, but if the captain don't want to take it, I ain't gonna take
Yeah, yeah.
it."
I think it's up to someone's gonna steal that John. Like
Mm,
Pluton, like it could be taken soon.
yeah. How do you feel about them not saying bye to Momo?
Oh yeah, you don't need to. Yeah, I
They
mean,
said bye
you
to
don't.
everybody else.
I mean, like at this point, well, like come on, what you gonna do? Cry? Say thank you? Like you know what I mean? Like Luffy already knows all this shit. You just wasting my time at this point. Like it's time to head out. Luffy said it. I've been here too goddamn long. It's time to go.
True,
But I'm
true.
pretty sure he's gonna come running like, oh bye, and all of them are gonna say bye, and you know what I mean? Just like the VV moment where VV came running to come talk to the Straw Hats. It's gonna be something similar to that.
Yeah, and Yamato is gonna fly in too, real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. I have a feeling she's. I don't know how she. I don't know. I think next chapter is gonna explain how she's gonna join. But I feel like that's happening. Regardless, it's happening. If you look at Momonosuke when he was running around the castle, and I don't know if you peeped this, he was calling out the Straw Hats in an order, and he was calling them out in the order of how they got recruited into the team. So he said Luffy, Zoro, Nami, Usopp, Sanji, Chopper, Robin, Brook. You know what I mean? Frankie, Jinbei, Yamato.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Last name was Yamato, so it was like, I see what you did there, Oda.
Oh shit! I'm glad you peeped that because that's something I didn't notice. Oh man, look at you. But that, yeah, that's dope how Oda did that and how he freaking put that together. Oh man, sorry, I'm having a revelation now. Oh man. Yeah, and then Kinemon also mad he ain't say bye to them. I'm like, all right, play, you
Like,
ain't that important.
when he wrapped up Kinemon's situation, in my opinion, I liked it that he met his little shawty again. Even though she had a little burn mark, he was like, "Oh, you're still like you see where he's going after this." You know what I mean? He's about to finish something he was been supposed to finish before he went back in time. You know what I mean? Had to be Momonosuke's father. You know, a lot of shit took him away from what his life, what he kind of like. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it was nice for me to see that, like he's finally able to do his own little thing. Cat Viper and the dog,
Oh, staying there.
they're
Oh, and
staying
then
there.
they're making Rabbit freaking the freaking I guess queen of the
Yeah.
zone.
hmm
I'm like, see, everybody thought she was going to join the Straw Hats, which
I
is
think that
crazy.
was exactly why Oda did that. It was like,
Yeah,
oh, you thought she was. No, she's still gonna be important, but she's gonna do something else. Like I don't know. I don't like the fact that she's gonna be the leader of Zoe. Like I don't
yeah.
think that makes
Like
any
you said,
sense. But
she's weaker than the others. They're like,
yeah,
oh, that's why we'll protect you. I'm like, the
I think
fuck?
she got the will of Pietro, and I'm saying, what is that gonna do when she gets her ass kicked? Like she
Exactly.
got the will of Pietro and lost to the Lickums a bunch of times, and she still had that will on him. So you know.
I'm like, yeah, what's
I
your will?
just think he didn't want her to be a straw hat.
Yeah, true. They were trying. Oda was trying to pull her away from them to so they'd be like, all right. I thought she was gonna end up being like one of the day swordsmen. I
I mean,
forgot.
because in Whole Cake, it in Whole Cake, it made sense to me that Carrot might join, and it was just the way the chemistry was, how the way Oda was writing her, and then once we got into Wano, it was made very clear that she wasn't going to join when she went right back to the Minx, and it wasn't
Mm-hmm.
a lot of big Carrot moments with the Straw Hats because she went right back to her people, and to me that's the difference. Like if you wanted to be the Straw Hat, when Luffy pulled up in there, you would have pulled up with Luffy's crew. You know what I mean? And would have went in there. I mean, Yamato didn't, but eventually she showed her face, and that's what I'm basically getting at is like he threw signs like that Carrot was enjoying it.
Yeah, and then also freaking. I like how they all have the same eternal poses, freaking
Um,
pointing to three different spots, and they were arguing about that. I'm like,
that,
oh,
that panel right there, I want to press that on the shirt. That panel right there is. I just liked that panel how Law just sitting back like Northeast. You know what I mean? Like he was the only one that was like, and speaking of like, there's been a lot I was talking about this off camera, but there's been a lot of people talking about like watching old videos and watching reading old mangas and getting like maps, trying to find actual maps with Oda showing things, and they think that Law is headed to Blackbeard's island. Luffy's headed to a Shanks territory, and Kid could be heading to an island that Ace apparently went to in one of his novels. Which I have part one, I don't have part two, but I think it's part two novel.
hmm. That sounds freaking interesting. What if it ends up being what you call it? Kid goes to another Shanks territory though, and
I'm
Luffy goes to
listen. I
Ace.
mean, I think so. I think it could make sense, but I think in a different way. I think Shanks is. I mean, Kid is gonna find the guy that he just hinted about, the guy with the burn scar.
Oh,
The obvious answer is Sabo, but it's not Sabo. Like when you peel the onion back, it's not Sabo. You know what I mean? There's no way he knows anything about the One Piece. Like let's go back to what they're talking about. Talking about the man, has to do something with the One Piece. Where Killer says, "Do you think we should go find that man?" And Kid says, "He hasn't been found in years." You know what I mean? The man with the burn mark. You know what I mean? So think about how they're talking about him. It
true.
has someone from maybe Roger's team that has a burn mark that's still alive. I mean, some people are speculating. I just seen this trash video. They brought up like four things, and I was like, these are trash. Like they brought up someone from Robin's people and like Flower Capital dude or whatever his name was, but it was just made no sense because he died. Everyone in Robin's hometown died. She's the only survivor. That's like literally why she gets hunted down. Like, you know what I mean? But they were saying
Mhm.
like if someone survived, they would have had burn scars as well. I was thinking Uzan or
Uh,
Kuzan.
yeah, Kuzan. That's who I was
Yeah,
thinking
he got
too.
the burn, the missing arm, missing leg. I was thinking that, but then it hit me again. Like, what does he really know about the One Piece? Like, could it be him that knows something about the One Piece? Like, I don't think so. And then people were trying to say it could be the Goro side. What do they know about the One Piece? I don't think they know too much about the One Piece. I think they're more trying to figure out. I don't think they ever found out what the One Piece was. I think it's a mystery to them too. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So why would he want to interrogate a Goro say? So for me it's like I don't think I think it gotta be when I think about it, it's gotta be a Roger crew person that survived or something that had burn marks.
Yeah, I think it is somebody that wasn't introduced, but then how Robin reacted when he said the burn mark thing, I'm just like, okay, so he pointed it towards Sabo or Kuzan, like you said.
Hmm.
And I was just like, I don't know if he knows Sabo got that burn mark right there. I don't know if he knows it's from
Sabo's
a
the
burn.
obvious. Sabo's definitely an obvious answer, but it's
Yeah, but I hate how that would be a freaking obvious answer. I That's why I said it's probably somebody that hasn't been introduced yet.
like I was looking at a video that was bringing up everyone that had a burn mark in One Piece, and they were saying how it's interesting that this was the chapter that we seen Kinemon's girl, and she got the burn scar on her face, and they were like, it's funny how they brought that up in the chapter where it
Ooh.
brings up the person with the burn mark. So it was like Oda foreshadowing that, you know. So
Mhm.
yeah, it was like it's interesting how he even threw a new candidate right in the beginning of the chapter. Here goes, you know what I mean? Like he
Mhm.
knows this fire scar is gonna drive people crazy because there's so many characters. Like they were even saying Luffy got a fire scar. He got the X on his chest. You know what I mean? So
True.
it's very debatable. Like who's this guy with this scar? I think you're right. I think Robin and Law's reaction definitely tells me it's someone they know, and I think I just think they're well more adept than Luffy, and they probably know it's one of Rogers. They there has to be a story there where someone got burnt, and they're like, oh, we know which one this one is. This is Crispy, McGee.
Crispy McGee. That's true. That's true. Uh, and Oh, how do you feel now after a decade of them having an alliance? Law is like, it's over after we leave Wano. How do you think that's going to turn out?
It's only one throne, man. Like I remember Mingo saying that, and it really opened my eyes. But Mingo was in jail, and he's like, "Man, these people are banding together. They trying to be pirate. It's only one throne. These pirates are gonna see it's only one
Yeah.
throne. Like come together to take down this, take down that. But when it comes to the One Piece, it's only one of them, and that's exactly what I wanted to see. I don't know why a kid is all of a sudden like, "Oh, I have a poneglyph. I took one from Big Mouth."
Yeah, I know. I feel like Oda just threw that in just to
Of
make it
course
seem
he
like
did.
he's
Of
on the
course
same
he did.
level. I'm like,
'Cause
kid.
everyone was just saying that. Like everyone was saying they don't have no Poneglyphs. Like how like the kid pirates are so behind. All of a sudden now they have two. Like all of us, come on, like whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I look at kid like no competition or whatever. But I am intrigued about the law potentially facing Blackbeard, like potentially heading down that track. Because I could see that. I could see
Hmm.
that potentially being the catalyst to Luffy v Blackbeard.
Yeah,
Like
because he's going to be like, you beat up my friend.
I can see. I mean, if he kills him, like I'm thinking big picture. Like if he kills Law, I think that
Ooh,
could be a catalyst for Luffy to really want to go to war with this guy. Like I mean, at first I always thought it was Shanks. Like, but for me, I always thought Blackbeard was gonna eventually take out Shanks, and I was gonna be the catalyst for Luffy to go all in. To, want to take this guy out. But seeing what I'm seeing, and I'm like, all right, if it's Law that gets caught down there, listen, man, we seen. I mean, I know there he's a different strength, but Gecko Moria was trying to be stealthy, and he got his ass throwed up on. Like, you know what I mean? They pulled up on him. It was like three of them, and a Blackbeard came up. So to me, it was like we don't even know if he's alive.
true. That's true. I feel like if anything, Blackbeard won't end up killing Law, but he'll take him prisoner. But that'd be crazy if he did kill Law and then take his
I mean,
devil.
they collect fruits. That's why
Yeah,
when they said that, I said that's a dangerous route for Law because he has a nice fruit that everyone would like.
yeah, because he could create eternal life for it in exchange
It
of
has
his
to be
life.
a doctor. That's the thing about with his fruit. Remember that you have to have the knowledge to use it.
Yeah, that's freaking crazy.
You have to be like a doctor, a PhD physician, like shit like that. That's why when you think about like other characters taking Law's fruit, it wouldn't make sense. Someone like Chopper could take it and probably do similar things because of his knowledge and you know what I mean. But
Yeah,
like no one else can take that fruit. And I mean, at least no one I can think of on a Black Bear crew. I don't see any of them as doctors.
yeah, and Law is specifically a surgeon, which even works better with that fruit.
So I definitely don't see him potentially dying, but it was just an interesting scenario. Like I could see him getting, like you said, captured. Real quick. He's gonna get folded if he thinks they're gonna pull up, on Blackbeard's island. Because I think Blackbeard might have the last poneglyph that they're looking for. So I
Yeah,
just think it makes sense one of them get there. First, I really wanted it to be Kid. I really wanted it to be Kid and Killer, so I can just like watch this and be like, man, I hope these guys don't make it out, or
yeah.
like they die and get their devil fruit. Kid's fruit gets taken. Like whatever. It would have been interesting, but like let's see where they go with that one.
Yeah,
We got
man.
the cross guilds, man. We haven't even got into the cross guilds.
Oh, the cross guild. Yo, I'm so mad at that. Mihawk, like freaking Zoro said, Mihawk, I can't see him doing that. And then
I
Luffy
mean,
said he's an idiot.
it's obviously Crocodile and Mihawk pulling the strings here, and Buggy's just playing face. Crocodile's running the black market. I think he's the one that decided we're gonna put these bounty on these people's heads. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Yeah, I think Mihawk to me is just I don't know what the hell he got himself wrapped up with Buggy. I feel like it's just one of those things where he's just like whatever you can take the blame because he doesn't want to be in action. If you remember, he liked it the whole peaceful.
Yeah, solitude shit.
The whole thing's about. Like, wait, y'all can handle it, but when it comes down, I'm gonna pull out my blade and I'm gonna shut this shit down. No, you know what I mean? So he
Hmm.
just go with someone that's protected. And I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. I think those are the three, but I think Mister One is there. You know, the Crocodile's right hand. I could potentially see Boa being there. Like, I don't think that's it. We'll have to see with the next chapter, but I have a feeling like it's just not enough. This is not enough numbers for me to expect you to him be a Yonko. Also, he's putting bounties on Marines' heads. Okay, how many Marines did he kill? Like, this is the type of stuff I need to know for me to be like, oh, this is why he was a Yonko. Like,
Yeah.
not that he got Mihawk and Crocodile. Okay, you need a little bit more for me to be like, all right, I can consider you a Yonko.
I think it's because of his crew, like the amount of crew members he has. I think
Yeah,
that's what makes him a Yonko. Like they just see like everybody going with him, and I'm like, nah, that's freaking whack. And just because it's Mihawk and Crocodile, like the leader of the black market and the greatest swordsman in the world, I feel like that's probably what they're pulling on. And then like also that extra one putting bounties on Marines' heads, and
yeah.
that's kind of crazy because, like I said, Crocodile like pretty much runs the black market. So that's kind of a
If you
crazy
think
step.
about it, there's no Mingo no more. The black market is wide open. That's why it
Yeah,
makes sense for the once I seen Crocodile, I was like, oh, this makes sense. Crocodile's gonna run the black market, and he's learning from experience. Is me being the face of the black market isn't going to work. So if I put Buggy as the face of the black market, I just sit back and pull the strings. This is how it really works. You know what I mean? Now they after his head, while I sit back. That's it's brilliant. It's it's brilliant for Crocodile to do this thing, and I'm pretty sure this is Crocodile pulling some strings where
yeah.
we're gonna let this guy fall up. Like,
Mm-hmm. And that's all he's been doing. Just use his name to be a great pirate.
but I also think it's the Mihawk factor that made him a Yonko. Is the fact that he got Mihawk to join his crew. Or they believe that's what brought him. Mihawk is someone that battled Shanks to a draw. So I mean, I don't want to hear that shit. He's got to be somewhere one tier below Yonko, almost there. You know what I mean? So I think the fact that he's got one of them on their crew are like, oh, he's got to be a Yonko for him to bow his head. You know?
Yeah, I feel like how it's going to go in the future is that before Luffy fights Shanks, he's going to have to beat Buggy and or he's going to beat Blackbeard first. One of those two first. But I think it's going to be Buggy for real cuz he could put Zoro against freaking Mihawk and he could see how much he's grown.
See, I was thinking a similar thing when I read this chapter. Was like, it's interesting how they're bringing Mihawk back in the fold because you kind of have to,
Yeah.
because that's Zoro's competition. So it was definitely interesting to see how quickly Oda was bringing Mihawk right back in, because you can even say for how quickly he brought Shanks back in after Wano. You see how quickly he brought Mihawk back in the fold for Zoro. So it's just interesting, like kind of like you were saying, Oda's going full on into towards the end. But I definitely feel like what you were saying, it has the potential of going that route where Luffy has to fight one of these guys and then potentially go see Shanks and deal with that. I mean, with the whole film Red and all the little rumors and stuff,
Yeah.
find out about Shanks' crew. I don't know if Oda's gonna do a deep dive in the Shanks or too much anymore, because I feel like we're about to be oversaturated with information about Shanks. So I could definitely see them, if they do a fight, maybe just having a little bit of flashbacks, and maybe we're gonna see more of Shanks' extent of his freaking powers, which is exciting for all of us.
Yeah, yeah, they showed a lot in the last chapter too. Well,
Yeah, I mean, him and his crew too. We got to see with the rest of them. I mean, I feel like Usopp's dad is an ideal point for Usopp. We all debate
yeah.
about Usopp and where his power level be. We got to see his pops, man. We got to see his genetics. Like, let's see what his pops can do, and then you know what I mean. Then we can judge it from there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, let's move on to bringing in our next guest.
Deanseed, what's up? What's going on? Suave, pure. I had a
Hey,
good little manga review talk.
yeah. You know, we still need you to catch up a little bit. So
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
trying.
yeah.
I gotta pause y'all, cause y'all be spoiling stuff for me sometimes. But
we don't be spoiling. You just ain't catch up yet.
yeah, no, I gotta catch up. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Anime only right now.
Nah, nah, right.
That's a word for you.
And I'm all caught up now in
That's
the
a word for you.
anime. I just finished watching the newest episode too. Oh
Ooh,
my god.
Did you like
okay.
your boy Kid in that one? There was a lot of your boy Kid in that one.
Nah, my boy Luffy. My boy Luffy finally did it.
And then Law was like, he didn't touch him.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
like
that
boy.
was that was bad. Why did they put that? Like they should have
Now,
just like Law just should like I hate how they be having Law like as a
Look,
Law fan. Stop it! Stop with the jaw dropping, looking at this man
he
like
always
you
does like
dumbfounded, flabbergasted that this man is this strong. At this point, Law, like you know,
now
at
even
least keep
when
your chin up.
Sanji
Don't
brought
ever
out
let your
the
chin
suit
drop
too, he
for
was
another man.
amazed.
Don't ever. You know what I mean? Keep your chin up whenever you see another man. Don't ever be like, oh, all in all.
yeah, you trying to be king,
Like,
player?
listen, like, what is this? You like that, as a Law fan, I looked at that like, come on, Law. I understand that's your best friend, whatever y'all want to say or not, whatever you want to say. You know what I mean? The way y'all have is bullshit. You know what I mean? You got to get in this fight. When you see Luffy do that shit, it should inspire you to be like, all right, if he could do it, I could do it too.
Nah,
Instead of looking at him like,
as soon as he said that, Luffy was like, thank you guys for defending me, but y'all can go downstairs. I'm a handle this. I'm gonna knock his ass out and let everybody know. I was like,
Luffy
oh
be
shit.
drawing, bro. Luffy said it from the beginning.
Luffy,
He wanted
that's
to
Luffy
fight
way of
Kaido.
saying like,
Like,
yo, you saw what I just did. I don't, y'all can go back downstairs. I don't need your help no more.
Oh yeah, he's like,
nah,
oh, why
man,
are y'all here?
man's is too strong. No, you're right. Man's is too strong.
Man,
When Luffy gets in
that's
that state, I
that
mean, and then the bad thing is next week we're not gonna get another episode of Kaido. We're gonna get some filler of Uda and Luffy. They already said it at the end. They showed it.
Yeah, it's gonna be
So
3 episodes. They said it's from episode
yeah,
1029 to 1031. So the
this is
next
all
three
especially
for the
when
episodes.
you're
movie.
all caught
This
up.
is
You
all for
gotta
the movie to kind of like canalize. But we'll see what this is gonna be. I really hope it's not boring, JP. Like I really hope it's something that I can really sit down and like.
Yeah, watch. I might just skip the next 3 weeks just so I can watch it all at once
No,
like a movie.
for real, I might do the
yeah.
same thing because I hate, if I'm gonna watch a break, make it interesting. Don't give me this bogus like break
Yeah, they gonna
afterwards.
do that like Barto's room when they started talking about Kaido and stuff like that. It was like a whole review. I skipped that. I'm not gonna lie, I never skipped an episode of One Piece, but that I skipped.
Yeah,
I was
he's like,
like,
I already got all this information.
I need to
Yeah,
fight.
that
What
was
is
just
this?
like a refiller, and I feel like he's doing a couple of refillers too much right now.
Hmm.